Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about how to keep the makeup on your nose in place all day long. It can sometimes be a real struggle to stop your makeup from sliding and rubbing off your nose throughout the day. And I know I've been the girl, I've looked in the mirror and I've got this full coverage face of makeup and I've got a red nose. I know it can be really difficult, and it's even more difficult when you've got oily skin. Most oily skin types, obviously not all, but most oily skin types predominantly produce the largest amounts of oil through the T-zone, which includes the nose. So you get breaking up of makeup on your nose, the concealer all melts off, it just looks like a hot dang mess. So yeah, today's video is going to be my exact routine and all of the products that I use to keep makeup in place on my nose all day long. So if you are interested in keeping your makeup on your nose, then please keep on watching. Okay, so the first step in keeping the makeup on your nose all day long is to not apply your regular face primer to your nose. So in this instance, today I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Primer. I'm going to apply this to the entirety of my face, but I'm going to leave my nose bare. Obviously, you can use whatever primer that you like. It doesn't really matter, whatever suits your personal preferences. There are some good ones out there. And it's going to feel really weird too, applying this everywhere else and not applying to your nose. Don't worry, girl. Okay, so you've got your regular face primer on. We're now going to go ahead and prime our noses. Now, this is honestly like the best trick ever. It is to use eye primer on your nose. Now, my all-time favorite one to use is the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot. I have got a yellow-based skin type, so I like to use soft ochre, but you can also use Painterly. That's got more of a cool tone pink base. So I'm going to pick up some of that primer now, and I'm going to put it all over my nose. Now, the trick here is not to apply it too thick. You don't want like a really thick layer of primer on there. It's essentially just the same amount that you would apply to your eyelids, and just sort of really press it down into the skin there. Now, if you've got enlarged pores on your nose, that's fine. This is certainly not going to help, conceal those enlarged pores. You can go over the top with a regular pore minimizing primer like Porefessional or the Smashbox one, like whatever one that you like. Just make sure that you do this first. Don't apply the primer before putting this on. Alright, now if you get red sort of around here, happens to me, I get sort of redness building up underneath here. Apply primer in there as well. That way during the day, you won't get that redness sort of showing through. This is especially great also if you wear glasses. You'll find that the makeup stays in place much better and you won't get it all over your frames like you did before. Now, if you're a super oily girl like I am, if you've got particularly oily skin, I then like to go in with a setting spray and spray my entire face before applying foundation. If you're more of a dry skin type, then just skip this step. But I'm going to apply this now. Oh, this is just the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day setting spray. I love that name so much. Also, I'm eating it. If you are wanting to pick up this one, you can use the coupon code JOY. That will get you 25% off Gerard Cosmetics. But we've got all of those primers set in place now. We're going to go ahead and apply our foundation. I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation. I did a recent review on this one for oily skin, so if you want to see that entire video, click the link in the description bar below, or I'll link it on the screen as well. But I'm just going to go ahead and apply this how I would apply my foundation normally. I'm going to apply it to the rest of my face. Sort of, the bulk amount of the product. And then when I come back to my nose at the end, it's going to ensure that I only apply a very thin layer of product onto my nose. Obviously, when you think about it, if you've got really thick layers of product, then the makeup's more likely to slip and slide everywhere. If you wait until the end of your foundation application when, sort of most of the product's gone from your brush and you apply it then it's going to last a lot longer. Because that MAC paint pot's got so much pigment in it already, like it already looks like I've got foundation on my nose, like it's concealed the redness. So yeah, if you do get heaps of redness anywhere else on your face, it's a great little tool to use to try and cover that up. And now that my face is covered, I'm going to go ahead and apply the foundation to my nose, just using stippling motions. Don't rub or wipe that eye primer around. You really want to stipple over it because you don't want to move it out of place. So just stipple over top of that first product. And yeah, just cover up anything that you might have missed. And it's also to help blend your foundation color into your nose, obviously. Okay, moving on to concealer now. If you have used a foundation that has particularly lower coverage, or you like to have a little bit more extra coverage on your nose, then you can go in and use a concealer. So I'm going to use the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. And I'm going to pop a little bit of concealer sort of just down my nose and on the sides here, and also around the flares again where I get a little bit of redness. Now, the key here, again, much with the foundation and all the other products, don't apply too much concealer. because yeah, it'll just build up. You'll get thick layers of product and then it won't sit well during the day. I'm going to go in and use this brush again, just to sort of blend that in. You can use whatever you want. A beauty blender, a sponge, or a brush will work fine, or even your fingertips will work fine as well. But yeah, just make sure all of that concealer is set down. Moving on to powdering the face now, I would recommend using a damp beauty blender sponge to apply your powder if you've got oily skin particularly, and also if you find that your makeup doesn't last all day long. This pushes the products down into the pores really deep so that they, you know, they stay in place and they're not sort of just sitting on the top layer of the skin. So I'm taking this Kat Von D powder. This is the new Locket powder. I'm picking up the powder on the sponge and then I'm just going to really sort of firmly but gently at the same time, if that makes sense, press that powder over the nose area and kind of like wriggle it sort of to push those products really deeply in. If you get a lot of creasing and melting of makeup around the flares of your nose as well, this will help with that too. Just make sure that you do use a translucent powder because otherwise you're gonna look crazy. So yeah, translucent powders for the win. I really like this Kat Von D one. I really like the Laura Mercier translucent one. I really like the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores one. If you haven't seen my other oily skin videos or videos about how to keep your foundation in place, I'll link them all down below. I go through a lot more products, you know, like recommendations and things in those videos. And then once your nose is powdered, just go ahead and powder the rest of your face as you normally would. Like, there's obviously no tricks here. And then finally, to seal everything in place, go back in with the same setting spray that you used earlier. Please make sure that this is a alcohol-based setting spray. Don't use anything dewy finish or, you know, glowy or, you know, anything like that. It needs to be a straight up hardcore setting spray that's going to keep your makeup in place. So yeah, I finished by applying this over the rest of my face and then you are done. Obviously, you would apply the rest of your makeup normally, but I'm not going to go through that in this video because this is specifically about keeping makeup on your nose. So that is all of my tips for keeping your makeup on your nose all day long. I hope you guys enjoyed this little hack video. Please let me know any other specific concerns that you're having with your oily skin or with keeping your makeup in place. I've got a bunch of foundation sort of do's and don'ts and, you know, foundation tip videos coming up soon as well. But yeah, let me know in the comment section what you want to see next. I hope you all really found the video helpful. Come say hi in the comments and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye! Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is another foundation review, of course, for oily skin. And in this video, we are talking about the brand new Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. I've had so many requests to review this foundation and let you guys know how this performs properly on really oily skin.